What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jax on the Drop That Podcast. This episode of Fight Talk is brought to you by Laid Back TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the languages you could fucking imagine, all the HBOs, motherfucker, alright? Big old school like a motherfucker. Go on laidbacktv.com where you can see how you can download it in your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, alright? And say what's up to them on their Instagram and official_laidbacktv. Now let's get into some motherfucking fight talk. Woo! Alright, guys. Results. UFC Fight Night went down this past Saturday also. Sorry it took a little long. I had to rewatch fights. Sean Strickland TKOs Fluffy Hernandez. Fluffy Hernandez does not deserve anything after this match. What he should do next? I think Fluffy should get damn, honestly, maybe RDR, maybe. I don't know what you do. Hernandez had to pull out of a fight last year, right, against RDR, and then when he gets a top contender who's a former champion, shits the bed. I don't know what the fuck he was working on, but I don't know, it didn't work. Sean Strickland, shout out to Sean Strickland, winning in American soil, Houston, Texas. Yo, that's the way you sell a motherfucking fight night, within a pure American winning on American soil. I think it makes sense business-wise for Sean Strickland to stay in America and stop fighting in Canada and motherfucking Australia. It makes no sense. You ain't gonna get one. That's one of the top fucking Americans other than Kobe Covington, who's active, who's a former world champion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sean Strickland. Stay the fuck away from fucking anything overseas. Let them keep you in America. If it ain't America, tell them fuck you. What do you do with Sean Strickland next? I mean, if we're being honest, this little 4-man tournament that Dana White wanted to do in the middleweight division to fight Khamzat next for the middleweight championship makes no fucking sense now, because Imavov barely scratched the cloth, okay? Even though he got a win, he barely. Fluffy had to pull out. RDR fucking went down. It's like, it's kind of pointless now. Who made more of a fucking statement than all the middleweight contenders? Sean Strickland only. Now, can you do Khamzat versus Sean Strickland? Yeah, you can. You'll sell it. Will the fight be good? Probably not. I don't think Khamzat's going to stand and bang with Sean Strickland. I don't think so. And if he does, I'll be fucking shocked. Honestly, I would think that he would fucking go for grappling like he did with DDP. You know what I'm saying? I am not interested in seeing DDP versus Strickland again. We already seen it twice. More domination in the second fight than it was first. But you could wait. Because, Ramadan is still going on, and, Khamzat's not going to fight until after, maybe. What do you do with that? I mean, you can probably wait till Israel Adesanya and Joe Pyfer, see what happens with that. That's going down next month in Seattle. But that's a fight that you could make. An American man like Strickland taking on Khamzat at the White House. Why not? I think Donald Trump will have a ball with that one. All right, moving on. Mario Barrios defended the WBC welterweight championship against Ryan Garcia. I was going for Garcia. I was going for that he would possibly take him out, body shot. But it was a domination for 12 rounds. So salute and big congratulations to Ryan Garcia, the new WBC welterweight champion, world champion. His first world title. And he made a statement at 147. Now, with that being fucking said, let's be honest. Garcia never deserved a fucking shot. He got his ass knocked down, and he lost a dominated fight to Rolly Romero last year at Times Square. How do you come off a loss and fucking fight for a championship? That makes no sense to me. Now, if it was in a different division and he went up, yeah, You can make an argument to win get a title shot. He lost in the same fucking division that he just won. Makes no fucking sense. But whatever, shit happens. What do you do now? Right? What do you do now? You basically, with Ryan Garcia, he called out, some people. He called out Devin Haney, but he wants to really fight Shakur Stevenson. This is where that makes no sense. You just won the welterweight championship, which is at 147 pounds. Shakur Stevenson just dominated Teofimo Lopez in the 140-pound division and won the WBO welterweight championship, while forfeiting, or got stripped, of the 135 WBC championship. This whole weird shit, it makes no fucking sense. Now Ryan is talking about going down to 140 and challenging Shakur Stevenson for his 140-pound championship. Here's where I got a problem with that. You're not in the same division. You're not. You know what I mean? Like, super lightweight is Shakur. Welterweight is Ryan. Not to mention, he went up from 140 to 147. That 140 fight that he was supposed to have was against Devin Haney for the WBC 140-pound title. And that's when he came in 3 pounds over, and he pissed hot, and that win turned into a no contest. So now we're supposed to trust you to make it to 140 now, just because you switched trainers back to your dad? I don't think so. That makes no fucking sense. Not to mention, I salute Devin Haney Shakur Stevenson on wanting to defend the championship, but you're defending it against a guy that really he can't be depended on at 140. And you still got work to do. You just got to 140. You know what I'm saying? Get some 140 fucking defenses. Get Pitbull Cruz. That's 140. You know what I mean? I'm going to give my take on who should be fighting next. But Garcia needs to fight Rolly Romero. Now, does he deserve a unification championship because Rolly is WBA welterweight champion? Not really, but you should avenge that loss. Because right now, Devin Haney in the welterweight division is number 1. Ryan Garcia is like number 4, and number 5, I guess, is or number 7, or number 8 is Rolly Romero. How the fuck Rolly Romero dominated Ryan Garcia, but he's below Ryan? That makes no sense. He did a better job than Devin Haney did against Ryan Garcia, and Rolly's under all of them. It's fucking weird. I think, I think we should clear up a little bit of this fucking division and stop bouncing back and forth. But that's just my take on that one. Conor Benn, after being announced that he is the newest Zuffa Boxing boxer who got signed by Zuffa Boxing and left Matchroom Promotions, he's now got his fight. Apparently it's one fight deal, $15 million in a stadium. He will co-main event in April at 150 pounds against Regis Progreras. Okay? If you don't know who Regis is, back at 140 pounds, he lost the WBC title to Devin Haney at 140. Now, apparently this is 150 pounds. This will be the co-main event to Tyson Fury's fight on Netflix going down in April. And it's going to be in a stadium out there in the UK. So shout out to Conor Benn. I think that's a tune-up fight to display your skills, because no one is expecting Regis to beat you. You're on cloud 9. This is a must-win for Conor. Conor won his last fight, but the fight before that he lost. Okay, and yeah, he went up to 160 to fight Eubank Jr. But he's fresh off a win in a stadium. He's going back to that stadium as the co-main event to Tyson Fury's fight, and he's with Zuffa Boxing. He's on top of the fucking world. That crashes down if Regis beats you. Rather if his decision or knocked out, don't matter. So I want to see that. Um, hmm. Okay. Moving on. Here is what we got. This made fucking head waves. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, the rematch. And this is Floyd coming out of retirement officially in a professional fight to rematch Manny Pacquiao on September 19, live from Las Vegas at the Sphere. Okay? This will be the first Sphere boxing event. Okay? That's huge. That's huge. And it's going to be live on Netflix. Netflix is killing it, bro. Netflix got Tyson Fury's fight, his return. Netflix got Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. And now they're going to end the year with Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2. That's fucking crazy. A lot of people say that they don't want to see this. This is actually 10 years and change since the first time they fought. They fought live. When did they fight? Oh, MGM Grand Arena. Which shouldn't, like, if they waited a little bit longer, they would have been at T-Mobile Arena. The first fight would have been in a stadium if necessary. It was the fight of the century. I had Floyd Mayweather beating him, obviously. It was a co-promotion between Showtime pay-per-view and HBO pay-per-view. So that means you saw HBO's ring announcer and Showtime's ring announcer. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. It wasn't the greatest, but it was a good fight. Manny Pacquiao, I think he won round 6, where he just did a bunch of flurries on Mayweather. Then he kept fucking claiming after he lost that he had a torn rotator cuff, which is bullshit, because at the weigh-ins, he's doing this. You can't do that with a torn rotator cuff, bro. You feel that shit. Sorry. And all those punches that he was throwing, yeah, you ain't throwing if you got a torn rotator cuff. So he was full of shit. You just had a bad game plan, just plain and simple. It's still early because apparently Floyd Mayweather is going to have an exhibition in April with Mike Tyson. I don't think that makes any sense. That's fucking weight limited. I don't know. I don't think that makes any sense. Mayweather coming back for number 51 against Manny Pacquiao. I think it's just who's going to have... I mean, Mayweather... They're both basically 50. You know what I'm saying? I think Mayweather's 49 and Manny Pacquiao could be 50, 51. But they don't... I mean, I love it. I'm a boxing fan. I was a fan of the first fight. Mayweather's a defensive fighter. Pacquiao's an offensive fighter. And we've seen that always in the past. People say that the fight happened 5 years way too late. I disagree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Mayweather retired for like almost 2 years before they started talking that shit. Pacquiao wasn't even where he was at, elevated yet. And then when they were getting close to possibly having a fight, Pacquiao don't want to take a drug test type shit. And, Marquez already knocked him out. So, kind of the mystique of the fight on who would win kind of went down, and that's what led to Pacquiao being the B side of that fight. This is dope. I mean, to me, it's a dope ass rematch. Past their fucking prime, but it's just who's gonna have the better game plan. I mean, I think it'll be interesting. We don't know what Floyd could do in a pro fight. His last pro fight was Conor McGregor, so we don't know what he can do. You know what I'm saying? He stays in shape. He stays training, but we don't know what he can do. Going 12 rounds one more time against Manny Pacquiao, it makes sense. Mayweather fighting anybody like fucking Shakur Stevenson or Terrence Crawford makes no sense. He's younger than him. He's past his fucking prime. And, they're like fucking generations behind them. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So I think this is going to be dope. Shout out to Netflix. My thing is what's going to be on that card. You know what I'm saying? I mean, word is Tank Davis is coming back. Gervonta Davis is coming back to fight. Should he? Yeah. Is he gonna sell as like a big headliner? No. After all that shit he was doing behind closed doors and getting arrested and all that, that kind of fuck up. I think that kind of fucks up him with the fan base. So I would definitely say that Tank should have a co-main event spot so the pressure's not on him to sell the fight, press conference, all of that. He's only there to train and fight. You know what I'm saying? And that leads to me who he should fight. I think Tank Davis, if you want to make people forget, or not forget, or just distract them from what you're doing outside the ring and that bullshit-ass performance against Lamont Roach, I think Tank challenging Shakur Stevens at 140 pounds for the WBO Super Lightweight Championship makes total sense. He's already been 140-pound WBA champion fighting Mario Barrios when he went up. He basically gave him a body shot. Him, two undefeated fighters going up against each other at 140. They're both experienced at 140. One has a title there. It ain't a WBC belt. It ain't a bullshit WBA belt. It's a WBO belt. You can fight for it. It's a world championship regardless of what. Tank versus Shakur Stevenson makes sense. And it's a fight that we should have got at 135, but we never did. And don't even worry about Shakur being A-side. Who gives a shit? Come in there and shock the fucking world. Show if you can still do it. Boom. Shakur Stevenson's the guy. So I think that should be a co-main event. Imagine that. Main event, Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2. And the co-main event, Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. Tell me that doesn't sell. Tell me that doesn't sell. I'll wait. Shut the fuck up. You don't know. Welterweight. I think the matchmaking should be WBO champion Devin Haney taking on IBF champion Lewis Crocker. And WBC champion Ryan Garcia unifying against Rolly Romero for the WBA title as well. I think that should be the next things up. But that's just my take. That's all we got for Fight Talk. I'm your boy Eddie Jax. With us to Drop That Podcast. Make sure y'all hit that sub button. Comment. Let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? As far as my fight ideas. You know what I mean? I think these are great matchups that we could have. But debate me. I dare you. All right? I'm your boy Eddie Jax. This is Drop That Podcast. Y'all be cool. All right? Peace.